Welcome to Java. Thank you for joining me. It is October 31st, 2024. It is also Thursday. It is also the last trading day of the month, and it is also Halloween in the United States, well as abroad, many places. If you celebrate this, happy Halloween to you. One of the more frightening things that I can see is right here, this White House. So this is kind of how it makes me feel, although that's guacamole over dip. So if you're having a party, need a good party idea, that might be good for you. So anyway, with this overhang, we do have United States elections for those of you that might live in a cave coming up this following week. So let's go into our main markets. If you're new here, we generally like favored risk indicator, CMMRI. Now, this is a composite of the 10-year yield, the relative strength of the dollar, and the golden ratio. Now, when it puts these together, it compiles this live risk number. We are in high territory, 276.4 right now. What we've really been watching is tremendous volatility in the bond market, the debt market. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to watch this as far as what is coming forward. Got a lot of moving pieces here. Now, along with this, we've got sentiment. By this, I use this fear greed meter. Now, this is a composite of 7 different indicators. It incorporates basically the flight to safety, uh, junk bonds, if you will, as well as also some options numbers for the spreads here to give us an idea of the fear and greed index of how basically market participants are feeling about this. So the sentiment that I'm gathering between a lot of the things that are going on right now for the market today, tomorrow is the last one prior to the weekend setup for the selection. So we've got a possible bull trap setup. Right now, what we've got really is stocks are down. Futures looking down, but only slightly. So we could see a change here during the day, possible rally for today or going into Friday. So that bull trap set up prior to the clearing out, prior to the weekend. Why do I say this? Most traders don't want to hold through this weekend intense volatility. Even options and swing traders, you can stand to lose large amount in basically what we call the decay in the value of these. So probabilities favoring this weak market before election week, likely Friday. So either this weakness will continue throughout the day and tomorrow, or we might get this possible bump bull trap setup to where people are buying the dip. I would not buy the dip today. Personally, we're looking at volatility index increase as well. Oil bouncing back, it's got a bit of a low here. We're also watching even gold and silver take a hit. So all of these together showing us there's a bit of some issues here. Now we've got Bitcoin cryptocurrencies also taking a slight bit of a hit, but they're still over 72,000 for Bitcoin. So strength there, and that is good for the longer term now. Could still increase, watching 73,000, 74,000, and then a possible pullback. Now, this is all probabilities, not financial advice. You have to do your own research, but I'm bringing up ideas to you on points that you want to watch throughout your day for these overalls that will be affecting the market. Now, we've got the Dow sinking sharply, but they've got this wrong really on what's going on. Wall Street gearing up for a possibility of a Trump victory. The Dow is sinking because the high volatility in the basically insecurity the market is feeling right now with all of this volatility. So traders tending to move to the sidelines. But more important than the retail traders, we're watching the larger money pull out of this. And I'll speak a little bit more about this. Now, this is an explainer talking about why we may not know the winner of the US presidential election on November 5th. Now, this uncertainty is really what's driving a lot of weakness in the markets, because the markets does not like basically surprises. They want to be assured of things. That's why the Fed speaking about their cuts always helps. Now we're also getting a Fed rate decision shortly after the election. We've got in the real economy, this is what we're expecting. We've got US job openings have declined to the lowest level since 2021. Now, today, we are getting core PCE, initial jobless claims, and then PMI. Tomorrow morning, Friday morning, uh, non farm payrolls prior to the market open, as well as unemployment rates. We're going to be watching these job numbers, which I expect to be weak. Also, getting manufacturing, which has, as of last report, in decline. So we're watching earnings spotlight for today's Apple, Amazon, Uber, Merck, and all of these could be major movers. Friday, really the oil and energy sector. So if you want to set your portfolios up for these, you'll be watching those. Now, we had Jeep maker Stellantis reporting 27% drop in sales. Now, I had brought them up just the other day, so hopefully you made out on that one. The other one, which was a surprise, that went to the upside against what I thought is Carvana. Now they had a rise in sales. I still expect over the long term we are watching a hit in the car market in general, but used cars basically are on the rise temporarily. Now we've got Bank of America, the latest to face what they're looking at AML as anti-money laundering. So this is how they're going to hit some of these major banks, cover for some of the losses. There's a lot of basically underwater paper. That means loans under loss. So we've got Bank of America as well as Wells Fargo, both in the spotlight on this. So still on bets as to which of these two will fall in the coming months, if you will. Now we've got Western Union buying a digital wallet and MoneyGram changing their CEOs. Bringing this up because these are basically the money transferring uh, giants of the past, if you will. They're shifting towards digital currencies. And what did Western Union buy but cryptocurrency Dash? So, looking at that one, a few more things I'd like to go over. There is so much going on. I could not get everything in, but we'll give a try to give to the larger stories here. Paul Tudor Jones. Now, he's a major hedge fund manager talking about the Treasury sell off. Treasury sell off is the debt in the market. When it sells off, those yields spike. When they spike, increases the volatility, and that is basically a market crusher. When the yield spikes, as well as relative strength of the dollar, the stock indices generally drop. Now we've got Block CEO Jack Dorsey. You'll remember his name. He was the originator of Twitter, announcing another round of layoffs at Tidal. Tidal is music company. We've got all of the larger companies beginning to look at pulling back, cutting down, and laying off. Now, with all of this, we had a few of the larger earnings. Meta warning of worsening of artificial intelligence losses after they barely beat in their sales. So they had a drop. This is Meta looking forward. Basically, she must be watching the news. This is how you're going to get it. Not allowed to see anything else around you, only the news and mainstream media that they feed you. That's pretty scary too. So we also had, I'll jump to Microsoft. Their shares dropped on disappointing cloud growth. So two of the large caps dropping, hitting the major stock market at the moment. Now, outside of this, we've also got the surging mortgage rates hitting the housing market. So all of these in the real economy taking hits. We've got also, we expand this a bit. This is global. It is not just United States, but losses widening sharply at the Shelburne Hotel. Now, these have not gone away, and this is why I'm bringing this up. We've got COVID grants finally drying up, basically expiring finally in the long run. So all of this easy money expiring. Now, don't expect that this is the end of it. they both, it doesn't matter who wins, there will be more money printing, so to speak. Higher inflation is going to be the trade now, basically across the board. Won't be because of this. They're going to create some other reason to basically be giving grants or free money out somewhere. They will be massively quantitative easing, massively inflating through the government. And this is basically what Paul Tudor Jones is getting at. Uh, we'll be watching that sell off and that debt to soar despite who is selected. So, a couple of other things to watch out for. North Korea in the news, they're launching new missiles that could hit the United States. They're geared towards a longer range, basically. So, also had a huge blaze, one of the world's largest lithium ion battery facilities. This is in Fredericktown, Missouri, and this huge blaze, basically they are evacuating or they're going to be sheltering in place. This brings me to basically what I would like to go into: solutions for a lot of these things going on now, not just what's hitting us, but solutions and what you should be positioning yourself forward in. Now, with that disaster happening, we've also had major flooding happening around the world. Now, after North Carolina, we've got Spain having basically major flooding and a lot of destruction there. So prayers going out to the people there. But European Union urging citizens to stock up on basic goods. Now, their spin on this time is nuclear disaster, but really you should be prepared in general, just for anything to hit. So we've got MicroStrategy, the largest corporate Bitcoin holder, raising $42 billion to purchase more Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is an asset, whether you like cryptocurrency or not. If I would basically encourage people to at least get a little bit. Some people just hate it, and I understand that. If you don't like that, please look into precious metals. Now, we've got gold and silver, and I'm bringing up this in particular because now they are making divisible silver rounds. You can snap these into quarters. And basically, for trading purposes, smaller uh, pieces, because the price is rising. And you can look forward to more of this because as inflation goes up and it's priced in dollars, this current price as of this, you can expect the prices of these to rise as well. We've got Bitcoin investors, they're calling them investors, piling huge amounts of money into BlackRock funds as their ETF is basically surging. So a lot of people falling into this now. This has only begun. So we've got listed for you down here a few gold related funds, Bitcoin backed ETFs, because I've had a lot of people asking about these. Now, I don't endorse these. I much prefer purchasing the physical asset and holding it yourself. This is what I recommend. But if a lot of you have either IRAs or reasons that you can't pull these out, you may want to look into some of these. So, not financial advice. Again, do your own research. But here's a start for you to start looking at some of these so that you can get out of this system and decentralize. Because I would like everyone to be able to be making their own financial decisions, your own financial futures, not depending on banks, not depending on the Federal Reserve, definitely not depending on your government. So, with this, until I see you again, my friends, I wanted to bring up one other thing. Please leave in the comments below. I'm considering doing these live in the mornings. Not sure if I can with the schedules, especially with what's going on lately. However, if you think that would be a good move, please let me know. So until I see you again, my friends, stay free.